Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. You can give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
All right, everybody. What I want to share with you today is a very simple message. 5 2-minute conversations, 5 2-minute or longer conversations. Adrienne, what's all that about?
Well, that is the standard that we have on our team.
Yes.
And if you are on the phone with someone for 2 minutes or more, then you've likely made some kind of a connection.
Yeah.
It's not just someone just trying to get off the phone, but you've had a meaningful connection to that person.
And so I would say that for people thinking about hiring a real estate team, you want to, intuitively and subconsciously, you're going to know whether you're connecting or not. And it's going to be based on the energy and the experiences you have in that moment. But if you tactically want some information on that, are they asking you questions about your personal life? Mm-hmm. What else tells me that someone is interested in me, not just a commission?
That they're asking questions, they're listening. Yeah. They're listening to understand and just really understand like the story, right? The story behind like the home, the story behind their journey.
The people, the story of the people, the story of the home is important. And people know that you get there when you focus on that, because we'll do all those other things. So 5 2-minute conversations. This is my LinkedIn post for today. I do post between 1 and 3 of them. Personal things for personal improvement, things for improvement for you as an agent in the real estate industry. And this is true. No matter where you're hearing this, these principles are like the law of gravity. They just apply everywhere, regardless of market conditions. 5 2-minute conversations. That's it. Do this every day and you'll separate yourself from 99% of the agents. Most agents aren't losing because they lack knowledge. They're losing because they're afraid to pick up the phone. How do we get better at our conversations? Script practice. It's not optional on our team. Treat it like warming up before a 5K. Practice every morning with a teammate or role play partner. Sharpen your words before you ever speak to a client. And remember, Adrienne, read that last part.
Your goal isn't to close, it's to connect.
People work with people they trust. Connection comes first. Closing follows. All right, what do we got next?
I want to share the deal of the week.
Deal of the week.
So we've got this deal of the week here. It's on Pakeke Street. It is listed for $4.
Hold on. Let's give Hans the address. It's 871980 Pakeke Street. And this is unit number 94 in Waianae. Give them the rest, Adrienne.
It's now listed for $430,000. It's a detached 3-bedroom, 2-bath home and has 1,200 square feet of living space. It's over there in the Sea Country community, and it has stainless steel kitchen appliances, upgraded water, manifold system. It has a PV. It's a great home, great price.
And residents enjoy fantastic. Let's read it.
Okay.
Community amenities, including a swimming pool, neighborhood park, beautiful maintained common areas, and easy access to nearby beaches like Maili Beach. By the way, Pokai Bay, my favorite beach is Nanakuli. Along with shopping, dining, and everyday conveniences. They got a brand new, long shopping center out there.
And then one other bonus here. I think this is a big one. There is a VA loan that could be assumed at 4.5%.
Yeah, subject to VA and lender approval.
Yes.
By the way, a lot of people think you have to be a veteran or active duty to assume a VA loan.
No.
Not true.
Nope.
You can be a civilian, no military service. You can still qualify and assume a VA loan. If you've been looking for a home with great potential, welcoming community, this could be the opportunity you've been waiting for. Don't miss your chance to take a look.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then we have some recent success stories. Our team has been very busy helping people. And here's one. This one was Attilio and I were pretty involved with. And we were so grateful to get this done for our client, Tamika. So this is a quote from her. I thought foreclosure was my only option, but Team Lally never gave up.
While finishing school on the mainland, Tamika couldn't travel back and forth to Hawaii. She and her mom flew in over Memorial Day weekend to prepare the condo while Team Lally handled one of the toughest parts, a short sale.
With months of follow-ups, constant calls, emails to the bank, and multiple hurdles along the way, Kaylee Elam helped guide the transaction to a successful closing.
The result, Tamika avoided foreclosure and successfully sold her condo. Congratulations to Tamika on this fresh start, and kudos to Kaylee for staying the course and making it happen, as well as Anna. Anna is our person that is our full-time staff person that deals with the banks on getting us our postponements, dealing with us. Just so you know, whenever we do a short sale, Adrienne and I have done over 450 of them. We are the architects. We're the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain that are working on these short sales. We've done, like I said, over 450 of them. There's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to short sales. One of them is that I can never buy a home again. Not true. One of them is that I'm going to owe the difference back to the bank after I close. Not true. What's another common myth? That it's going to affect my security clearance if I need it for my job as a contractor or active duty military person. Not true. You want to get the myths busted, just go to teamlally.com /short sales. Give us a call, 799-9596. Send us an email, info@teamlally.com. We'll book a consultation. We don't put you in a headlock. We don't do high pressure. What we do is we educate you. And I will tell you that over 30 to 40% of our short sales come from other agents because they don't want to deal with it and shouldn't be, in my opinion. Anyway, what else we got, Adrienne?
We've got some events coming up. I want to talk about the DST lunch coming up at Morton's.
Yeah.
That one is coming up August 18th. It's going to be from 11 to 1.
Yeah.
And basically the DST, it stands for Delaware Statutory Trust.
Yeah.
We do have a link on our website, teamlally.com /DST. You can learn a little bit more, listen to some older radio shows and just
you know what? I'll give it to you guys in a nutshell. Are you exhausted from dealing with repairs, vacancies, and evictions? We are talking to you, tired landlords. Tired landlords. Eliminate landlord responsibilities, generate passive income, defer your capital gains with the 1031 exchange, invest in institutional quality real estate. I'll give you some examples of the like kind properties that you can invest in if you do a 1031. Go sell your condo in Kapahulu. You could be an investor in a thing called, I'm not sure if you've heard of this company, Amazon Distribution Centers or DSTs.
Yep.
I don't know if you heard of this company, Walmart. 40% of the Walmarts are owned by DST investors. And so this is not something exclusively just for the rich and all the bougie people. Everyday Joes with residential property. There's three things you get with residential property. What are they?
You get appreciation.
So you get growth.
You get cash flow.
You get income.
Sometimes, maybe you might be in a negative cash flow situation here in Hawaii.
Well, no matter what, nobody's staying for free. You're going to get cash flow. We're not commenting on whether it's positive or negative.
Yes.
So you get income, you get cash flow. And then the big one is you have tenants and all the headaches that go with it.
Yep.
With the DST, you get the income and the growth minus the tenant because you're not directly managing this stuff. But I will tell you that I would say that 9 times out of 10, when we sit down with an investor that has an investment property, whether it's a single family home or a condo here on Oahu or Hawaii or anywhere in the United States, for a fact, we can help you, that they start calculating their cap. One, they don't even know what a cap is. And then they're calculating it wrong because they're not taking into account all the expenses. And what they realize is that if we do an apples to apples comparison, the DST, if not the same return, is giving a greater return minus all the headaches.
Yeah, actually, just this week, I was following up with a couple of our investors that attended the last DST lunch, and both of them had multiple properties.
For many years.
They sat down with Kyle. They went through their whole portfolio, and he did a deep dive analysis to really understand, okay, like this is working, this is not. And just, going through that process and understanding like there could be a better way to do this. If you're an investor, it's about the numbers, like what is going to net you the most amount of money and even just to simplify things.
By the way, it's very important that you work with a real estate team on the sales side of your real estate investment with the 1031 and the DST that actually knows what they're doing in collaboration with this process. Adrienne and I have personally and are personally involved in DSTs have personally done 1031s. We didn't sleep in a Holiday Inn last night and wake up to be 1031 and DST experts. We are practicing what we preach. And I will tell you that if you're interviewing agents to sell your investment property and you say, tell me what you know about a DST, and they go, what is a DST? Hang up immediately, call 799-9596, 795-956, and say, I want to come to that DST luncheon. By the way, where's it going to be at?
Again, this one is at Morton's, and it's on August 18th. You can call us, email us. You can go to the website, teamlally.com/DST. We'd love to have you there.
And by the way, this is at Morton Steakhouse at the Alamana Shopping Center. So if you go to the second level facing the ocean side, get that exclusive elevator, you're going to come up. Adrienne and I are going to greet you, and we're going to sit with you and break some bread. You're going to have an awesome lunch. The worst thing that could happen is you have a great lunch.
And then the other thing too is if you miss this one, no worries. We have it. We host it once a quarter. So if this time doesn't work, there's always next time.
But I'm telling you, what are you waiting for? Because sometimes you're going to get in life where there is no next time. And then you put it off and you procrastinate it. Other things that we have resources for. How are you holding that property? Are you holding it in an LLC? Are you holding it as a sole proprietor, joint tenancy? Are you holding it in a trust? I will tell you, one of those answers is the one that you want. That is the right answer. That's going to create you a lot less headaches should you pass on. And the other thing too is the other question you want to ask realtors who are helping you with your investment property. Number one, do they own their own investment properties? Adrienne and I own investment, residential and commercial, not only in Hawaii, but in the mainland. Number two, do you know anything about property management? Adrienne and I are owners of a property management company called Hawaii Pacific Property Management. It's called Hawaii Pacific Property Management. And we, Adrienne and I, manage over 1,400 doors and have been doing this for 10 years plus, along with our awesome partner, Do Kim Han. He is literally the best property manager in the entire state of Hawaii, in my opinion.
All right. So speaking of awesome people, we've got Danny from DHA Financial. One of the best lenders here in Hawaii. He's going to give us it. Yes. Well, and our opinions are very high of Danny and his service.
Our opinions are based on firsthand experience. We didn't Google it. We didn't sleep in a Holiday Inn. Danny, what you got for us this week?
Hey guys, today I thought I'd touch on a pre-qual versus a pre-approval. So obviously, if you're looking at buying a house, pre-approval is going to be like gold out there when it comes to a listing agent and actually even a seller. So you're going to want to get all your documents in. You're going to want to get everything run through what's called an automated underwriting system and get pre-approved before you start looking at houses so you can put it in an offer right away.
Okay, so the pre-approval versus the pre-qual. Pre-approval is you've done all the work. The clients have put forth all of their bank statements. They pulled the credit. You've done your deep dive, and they are ready to go. Now, I know we've talked about this before, but a lot of times we're seeing these offers from people, and it's like 30 to 45 days. And you were talking about why are you taking so long? How quickly can you get these turned around?
So our goal is to get everything done 30 days or less. So if we
30 days or less.
Yep. If we can get it done in less, we will definitely get it done in less. So the goal is to, because, the sooner you can get something done like that, then the less, issues you're going to have, going down the road. So the goal is to get that done so we can get that buyer in the house and get the seller out of the house for that matter.
Yeah, a lot of things can happen in 30 to 45 days, right?
By the way, you work with any agent on Oahu, and I will say that here's the only agents you're going to work with. The ones that actually want to help their buyers beat out the competition and get the property. Because I will tell you, it is getting competitive in some of the single family home neighborhoods. And if there's 3 offers and they get a strong buyer call from Danny telling them that we've got full paperwork and we can close in 30 days or less, everything remaining the same, hello, which one you going to go with? You're going to work with Danny's buyer. So give us a call. And you agents, you can call Danny too. We're not all locked up on him. He's not like in our private secret number and on a secret list. You can give him a call too, 808-707-7535, 808-707-7535. Go have Danny help you beat out the competition when you're writing offers.
One other thing that I really like and appreciate about Danny is that even if the client isn't quite ready from the credit side, maybe they need a little bit of work, he coaches them and gives them their homework and what they need to do so they can get the better rates. So even if you're not quite ready or you think that your credit is not the best, just give him a call. He will explore and he'll give you some coaching.
Right.
So,
thanks, Danny.
Thank you, Danny.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Aloha.
Right.
Aloha.
All right, folks, you can reach Danny at 808-707-7535. You know it's an 808 number, but it's 707-7535. One more time, Adrienne.
808-707-7535. You can find him on the Experts We Trust page under
Team Lally.
Yep, under the resource tab.
All right, what's next, Adrienne?
We have a career night coming up on
No way!
Yes, on Monday, September 7th from 6 to 7. It's at our office in Kapolei.
By the way, I'm going to repeat it multiple times through this messaging of us talking about it. It's hawaiicareernight.com, hawaiicareernight.com. RSVP, don't RSVP, just show up. What's the date again?
September 7th, Monday, September 7th.
6 p.m.
Yep, but you can come early.
If you want to talk story.
Hang out, take a tour of the office, kind of see what are the agents up to. I mean, maybe we'll have an appointment. Who knows? I mean,
a couple of things
office.
that you're going to experience in your career night with Team Lally. By the way, we've been doing a career night for over 12 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
And what we talk about, first of all, you're going to be in an environment that top 1% teams work in. You're going to be actually at our office and you'll be able to look around and see what is the environment. If you're Jane Goodall studying the 1% agents, what's going on? What's the atmosphere? What does it look like? What are they actually doing? We'll have people like brand new agents, seasoned agents giving you their testimonials on their experience with Team Lally. We're going to talk about what kind of money it takes to be a realtor. What else? What kind of money you can make.
The time that you need to invest,
yes.
Put aside.
We're going to talk about our coaching, training, and support, and literally our bulletproof method that if you do these 15 things, you're going to be successful in real estate.
Yeah.
That's it.
So come with your questions and would love to meet you there. And again, that's September 7th from 6 to 7.
September 7th from 6 to 7, 6 p.m. Come early if you want to beat the traffic. We're in the James Campbell Industrial Park. If you go in there heading into James Campbell, we're going to be the first left at the first light. You're going to proceed down that road called La Willy Willy, past the fire station. And then when you get to Bike Factory, turn in that next driveway. We're all the way at the end on the left.
All right. So is there anything else we want to touch on before we take a break?
No. So stay with us. When you come back from the break, we're going to share information with you that's going to completely blow your mind.
Yes. It's about pure and easy water solutions. You know, water is very important when you have nice, clean, refreshing water.
Especially when your body is majority made up of water.
Yes. Yep. So stay with us. We're going to be talking with Steve Bowery of Pure and Easy Water Solutions.
By the way, Adrienne's had it installed at her house. And then we also just had a triple filtration system installed at the office because we love our team. We want them to have clean ice and clean water and
our clients too that come to visit.
And by the way, you know, the quality of your water shows up in your face.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen some people, I'm like, oh boy, they get some bad water.
All right. So stay with us. We're going to be chatting with Steve.
Yeah.
Hey, you know someone that moved to the mainland but left the rental property behind? So Amber wanted to create a new investment opportunities on the mainland, but she had to sell her island rental first. So she reached out to our good friends Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Handling the business virtually with Amber, Adrienne and Attilio came prepared with multiple 5-star selling strategies, including adjusting Amber's selling price expectations, and the home sold in days. If you're in the market to sell your home and you want a team that will make you the most money with the least amount of drama, you can trust our good friends Adrienne and Attilio of Team Lally. Give them a call today, 808-799-9596. That's 808-799-9596. They're trusted. You see their signs all over in my community. Visit teamlally.com today. That's teamlally.com today.
The only real estate team I trust right here in Honolulu is Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group. Now, thanks for joining me today. What's the number one reason homes don't sell on time?
Sean, sellers are in denial. They are stuck in the previous market and not pricing their homes properly.
How do you solve that problem?
We have a 12-step program. The first step is to have a smart pricing strategy. We follow the 10-10-0 rule. 10 showings, no offers, we have to adjust. 10 days on the market, no showings, another adjustment. For the other 11 steps, give us a call.
Great update. Thank you for keeping us informed. Put the most experience and the best marketing to work for you. Call Team Lally now at 799-9596 or online at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com. And you can start packing.
In today's fast-changing real estate market, you need access to the right information to make smart choices. I invest in real estate all over the country, and I rely on smart agents who know their local market inside and out. In Honolulu, I work with Adrienne, Lally, and Attilio Leonardi. Adrienne, Attilio, and their team sell a home every 72 hours and have over 750 five-star reviews. Go to teamlally.com and find out in just seconds what your home is really worth.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Hawaiian, and I'm Attilio.
And if you have any questions, just call us at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
All right, so we have our guest today is Steve Bowery, founder of Pure and Easy Water Solutions, originally from Connecticut. Steve moved to Hawaii in 1987. And spent 15 years helping pioneer residential water treatments as communities like Ewa Plain and Kapolei experienced rapid growth.
In 2002, Steve founded Pure and Easy Water Solutions to help homeowners improve their water quality through water softening and reverse osmosis systems. With more than 3 decades of experience in Hawaii's water treatment industry, Steve is passionate about helping local families enjoy cleaner, better quality water every day. Please welcome our guest, Steve Bowery.
Welcome, Steve.
Welcome. Aloha.
Adrienne, Attilio, nice to see you. How you guys doing?
Good. We got, we can hear you perfectly, and we got some questions for you. Okay. Steve, what inspired you to start Pure and Easy Water Solutions?
Well, I moved out here in 87, and just, I guess by necessity, I answered an ad, and the ad was the Menehune Water Company. And ended up spending 15 years there. So I don't think it was any great plan. It was more needing to find work once I moved to Hawaii, and spent quite a few years there and learned a lot about water treatment. And it kind of coincided with the development of the Ewa Plain. And as you guys are aware, a lot of that was around 89 and 90. And of course, Ewa by Gentry, Westlock Estates was the first subdivision out there, and people were moving from the windward side or Honolulu, and they were a lot of questions were arising about water. It was different than where they came from because of the groundwater on the Ewa Plain. It contains a lot of hard minerals, which is not like that in a lot of places on Oahu, so it was very noticeable. And how I started how I segued to Pure and Easy Water was Ken, the owner of Menehune, was at my wedding in 2002, and they were going to kind of move away from this part of the business and focus on bottled water. And he suggested at my wedding that I start my own firm because he knew there was going to be a lot of homes built out there. And he says, you know a lot about this stuff, and you might be positioned right. And he was right. It was the best advice I ever took.
Awesome. So Steve, with being out in the Ewa Plain, and I know you're in other places as well, but what benefits can homeowners expect from installing a water treatment system?
Well, if they're because of the groundwater on the Ewa Plain, it's got higher mineral content than other areas, so it's very noticeable with a lot of water spotting and scale just around sinks and toilets and shower glass and stuff. And of course, what you don't see is what's happening in the in the water using appliances such as, water heaters, dishwashers, all that scale builds up in there. It limits the life of these things. It costs homeowners a lot of money in the short term and the long term. And it's a particular type of water pollution, so it needs a particular type of treatment. Just a regular ordinary filter is not going to, particulate or sediment filters aren't going to remove this. We use an ion exchange resin, which is designed to remove hard minerals from the water. And it is actually the right technology and the right product. And what they'll notice, it's a lot easier. It's not going to eliminate cleaning of your house, but it's going to make a lot easier to clean your house. Your laundry is going to be cleaner. Your skin and hair is going to feel better. And we use reverse osmosis technology for drinking as well. And they will see a significant difference in the taste. All the big bottled water companies, whether it be Menehune or Dasani by Coca-Cola or Aquafina by Pepsi or Kirkland, which is Costco, that's all reverse osmosis water, except economically it doesn't make any sense. It's very expensive to drink your water out of bottles. It's much easier to have a home system. As far as saving money and the convenience of just having it coming out of your tap is second to none.
Yeah,
Well,
and it's all about perception. I was David Letterman.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know David Letterman?
Mm-hmm.
So he's got his guy Pedro, the guy that's the usher.
Yep.
So they did an experiment. He fills up these water cups from a hose, and then they relabel it on the street doing a taste test, like get some bougie water. And it was hilarious because these people were like, whoa, it has a nutty peach effervescence to it. I sense a little bit of banana. It wakes me up. It makes me feel so energized. And it was from a garden hose. So
Probably not a garden hose in Ewa Beach, though.
not a garden hose in
So
Ewa Beach.
I live in Ewa
Yeah.
Beach, and I had a system installed in my house about a
Yeah.
year ago, and I'll
By
say that
Steve's group.
by
Yep.
Steve and his company, and it was wonderful. It was a whole process, a whole production. Steve made it very easy and seamless, and I can say that my clothes are softer, my skin is looking great. All of my animals, they all now have this filtered water, and of course the humans
And
that live in the house
I would
too.
say too, buying all that bottled
Mhm.
water and throwing all those
Yep.
plastic bottles away, that is not good.
It's like an eco-terrorist. Like,
Yeah.
stop doing that,
You
people.
probably saved probably 1,000
I
of those
did.
bottle thingies a year from your household by having Steve install this
Yes.
system. And the
And-
other thing I wanted to say too, Steve, is you guys installed it at our office. So our
Yes.
team is loving it.
And our
They're-
clients.
They're saying the water tastes better over here. So I think they go move in and just, drink water
Or
from
they'll
over
be like
here.
bringing their big water jugs with
Yeah.
them to bring it
Like
home.
the people you see at Walmart.
Yeah.
But Steve, you wanted to
Well,
share something?
Well, we the day we installed it, one of your agents was there and Lally was there, and we did a blind taste test for one of your agents.
Yeah.
And he instantly could tell the difference. He says, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
this one is the pure water. I can tell from the other one I tasted." So
Yeah.
I followed up with her,
Yeah,
and she said a lot of people, everybody in
Yeah.
the office was pretty thrilled with everything.
Yeah. When you are in sales, you talk for a living. And people don't realize when you talk a lot, a lot of humidity and water vapor is leaving your body and you get dehydrated faster. So if you talk a lot, you should be more quiet so you don't get dehydrated. No. Just have good water to drink. What are the
Yep.
questions you got, Adrienne?
Steve, I know we've talked about Ewa Beach, our office is in Kapolei, but what other areas on Oahu are most affected by the hard water or just the water quality
Quality in
issues?
general.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Red Hill is in everybody's consciousness of what happened there a couple of years back, and
Yep, Red Hill. Yeah.
the hard water comes from groundwater. It's not that up on the windward side. It's water coming off the mountains. They don't get that mineral dissolved in the water as they do with groundwater. But the drinking systems, the reverse osmosis, I don't have hard water at my house, but I have a reverse osmosis system. Okay, so the softeners, where they're needed, it's very obvious, but anybody could improve the quality of their drinking water. Honolulu has been known to have pristine water sources, but they also are known to have very, very old infrastructure. I've lived here 40 years. I've never lived in a place that had so many water main breaks in my life. It seems like we've had a continual water main break on Oahu every week. And it's just the infrastructure is old, and those pipes they only replace them when they break. And I got a lot of systems in the Honolulu area, and we noticed there's a lot of rust. The filters go in, they're lily white, and when they come out, they're as dark as a chocolate bar. So there's a lot of dirt and mud and rust that gets. It's really not from the water source, but it's from the old infrastructure. A lot of those pipes are old and they rust, and of course that dissolves into the water.
Explode.
So really anybody who's concerned about their health and, people always say my water tastes, I taste something in my water. Well, water is not supposed to have a taste or a flavor unless you put a lemon in it. But if you're tasting something in water, that means there's something in your water. And in most cases, it's probably not that good for you in the short term or the long term.
Yeah, I grew up back in the day, and drinking from the water hose, no big deal. You ran it for a little bit because you didn't want to have the warm water hose taste in there. But I will say that the only reason you shouldn't get this system in the Honolulu area is if you're anemic and you just need more iron in your blood. Then you can drink all those rusty pieces from the water. Or if you're like, I'm just going to take iron supplements, I don't need it in my water, call Steve, have them come by and take a look and give you an estimate. What I noticed too is that you have systems that come off of the main water line, like at Adrienne's house, off the main water line into the house. So everything runs through the filter. Talk about those systems.
Well, there's three types of water a homeowner needs. The first type is the raw water that everybody has, which is fine for washing down the driveway or watering the plants or the grass. The second type is what I call working water, utility water. That's the water you want running through your plumbing system, your water using appliances, water heaters, dishwashers, your shower water, how you wash your clothes. And the third type of water is purified water, which is drinking water. Now, we don't treat drinking water the same way we treat water that comes out of the shower or is in the washing machine. So reverse osmosis is a technology predominantly used in kidney dialysis machines. It filters people's blood and keeps them alive. Well, it found its way into the water treatment business a few decades back. It's highly effective at purifying water. You wouldn't reverse osmosis water for your entire house. It's not the right application. It would be too expensive, and it's really unnecessary. So the whole system consists of two appliances. What Adrienne has on her main line is an ion exchange water softening resin that is self-cleaning. You don't have to replace it. It cleans itself, and it draws out all that hard mineral she has coming into her house that is just ruining everything that she can see and can't see.
All the shower
and
heads.
Then the water is further refined under her sink through the RO, and we hooked up her refrigerator. So there's a lot of nice fancy refrigerators today, and you can get that pure water running through the ice and the water in the refrigerators, and that's your complete system. There's really nothing you can hook onto your main line that's going to give you both kinds of water you need. You really do need one water treatment system, two different technologies.
Yeah, and the other thing I want to point out too, you're not tapping into the sprinkler system because that's going back out to the house to the sprinkler system. That would be a waste, unless
that's
you
right. That's
really
right.
want
You don't
soft,
need
luxurious grass or something. I don't know.
No, and it shouldn't be hooked up to the sprinklers.
You don't need it.
The sprinklers need to have unregulated pressure, where the softener is like your other appliances. It's after the regulator. The sprinklers need unregulated pressure to pop the sprinkler heads out of the grass, because sometimes grass overgrows those sprinkler heads, and they need unregulated pressure so they can pop out of the ground.
Push through. Yeah. And just like our agents, they need unregulated pressure so they make their phone calls every day and close those appointments.
So, okay. So Steve, you did talk a little bit about like the dirty filter.
By the way, real quick, hold on. People are like, what's this guy's phone number? 391-4774, 391-4774, Pure and Easy Water Solutions. Ask for Steve. Most likely, if you call that number, he's going to say, hello.
So back to the dirty water filters, like that is clearly a sign that, you have an issue and you would be a good candidate. Is there any other things that people should be on the lookout for when determining, hey, like this is the system for me?
I think if your kids have extra pinkies, you may want to consider water filtration.
Yep. Okay. Extra pinkies. What else?
let me just clarify, like there's a lot of things out there about minerals in water, okay? And there's two types of minerals. There's inorganic and there's organic minerals, okay? So we largely get our minerals for our nutrition through foods, not tap water. Inorganic simply means, or organic comes from a living thing, and inorganic comes from a not a living thing. Minerals in water are inorganic. They're nothing more than dissolved rock. The cells in your body can only assimilate organic minerals for nutrition. So the calcium in a tomato is different than calcium in groundwater. So you get more beneficial minerals from actually 8 ounces of orange juice than you do from 30 gallons of untreated tap water. And what the RO does is it really leaves a trace amount of minerals, but removes everything out of the water. And that's what you need. And so when there's from 7th grade biology, photosynthesis, there's only one thing in the world that can take inorganic minerals and turn them into organic minerals, and that is Mother Nature. So you have inorganic rocks in the ground. It grows into lettuce or tomato or bananas or whatever. It gets converted to organic minerals. We eat the fruits and vegetables. Those minerals are what we use for our nutrition. Because a lot of times people knock pure water saying, oh, it's got low mineral content. It's not. There's nothing in those minerals that are going to be nutritionally beneficial for you. Okay. You drink water because it hydrates your body and makes you go to the bathroom so you can eliminate the waste from your body.
Sure. Yeah. And it's only 1-year-olds that eat rocks. Then we grow up and we let go of the rocks and start focusing on fruits and vegetables. But, this is important because I've heard this before too. It just, having water, not healthy water prematurely ages you, and it shows up in your face.
And so also your
skin,
your health too.
Yeah.
It can cause all sorts of other interesting ailments that you can't even explain.
The other thing too, Steve, I won't put you on the. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to add one more thing, Adrienne, and you know this already, but these systems will save people money because when you have hard water, everything that you add into your water, whether it be dish liquid, laundry detergent, or even toothpaste, has to coat the dissolved mineral, which is invisible in water because water is clear, before you get the cleaning action. So by putting one of these systems in, you very quickly, instead of using filling up your palm with shampoo, you could use a nails amount of shampoo. And for women who wear their hair longer than men, you get just as much suds. You could put toothpaste on the tip of your toothbrush. You'll get just as much foam in your mouth. You could take your laundry detergent and basically reduce it by at 50 to 60%, and your laundry is going to come out cleaner and it's going to feel softer. So you really do save a lot of money. If you can break the habit of using the amounts of cleaners that you're accustomed to, you're going to buy it less often. And if you buy it less often, it's going to save you money.
So reduce your budget on your consumables. The other thing, I had a request. I know you have a self-cleaning outdoor system for the main water line, self-cleaning. Is there any way you guys can work on a technology for self-cleaning teenagers?
I have a couple myself, and if you
They're
find
not
out
self-cleaning?
if there's something out there, let me know.
Yeah, you're the first one to sign up for that. All right, so we got a couple last questions for Steve.
Yep. Okay, so Steve, I know that we've talked about a lot of items, but I don't know that we haven't really touched on how the water quality will benefit the home's plumbing and appliances and just overall health.
Well, we have touched on it. Repeat it again.
But I think the longevity of the appliances and so forth. Maybe give an example.
Talk about the water faucets, the shower heads. Those are the big ones that they over time, they don't work the same way, and they're leaking.
Well, I was just in a house recently. The guy he bought the house. He waited a year to put the softener in. I was in his bathroom and came out, and I said, "Wait, you see your toilet?" And the rings around not only the water level, but down the sides of the toilet. He said, "I can't get that out." They've tried everything to remove it, and if it's ignored,
torch, everything.
The calcium carbonate is what they make concrete from. And this mineral is dissolved in water. And when it dries like stone. You can't get it off your porcelain. You can't get it out of the glass, out of the shower glass. If you want your glass to look nice and clean, you got to buy a new shower glass, or you got to buy a new toilet. and prematurely. Like this guy would have to buy a toilet 1 year after buying a brand new house.
Wow.
So
Wow.
the hard mineral will dry like the stone that it is. It dries like concrete, and it's very difficult to remove if you can remove it at all. So on that side of the island, if you wait just probably not even a year or two, and if you're not really, I mean, I meet people all the time that everybody in the house, they squeegee the glass after every shower. Now, if you got 5 or 6 people in your house and you got to squeegee the glass after every shower, you know, that's a lot of squeegeeing, a lot of labor.
Yes.
And people who put the softeners in, they do not squeegee their glass, okay? Because it doesn't have all that crud that's causing them to. They don't like all the stuff on their house. And a lot of people just don't know that you can actually, there is technology available today to remove this stuff. And people sometimes live with it for years thinking that, well,
you know,
Steve,
I have a glass shower in my house, and I had a rule for the longest time. No one is allowed to take a shower in that shower. They have to go where there is no glass. So I have 2 other bathrooms, so the kids were not allowed to shower in that.
Now you got the filtration system. They can go ham on it.
Yes, they can shower anywhere they want.
Hey, so anybody buying a home nowadays, whether it's brand new construction or previously owned home, we are going to highly recommend that your number one housewarming gift to yourself is to call Steve of Pure and Easy Water Solutions at 391-4774, 391-4774. I will put that at the top of the list for things that you should purchase and install in your home, new or used, to get the biggest benefit for your home.
Investment for the home,
your pipes,
and for your family.
Your appliances, and those darn teenagers who won't clean up after themselves. We still like them. Because you know what? You spend plenty of money on the braces. You got to take care of their teeth with some good water.
That too.
Yeah. All right. Last question for Steve.
All right. So, Steve, what advice would you give homeowners who are considering a water treatment system for the first time?
Yep.
Well, if they call me, you know, I will put them in contact probably with someone on their street, in their neighborhood, or in their subdivision who's already had one. We do it all the time. And I would say, don't believe me, believe someone that's living right near you who's put one in. And usually homeowners in the area will say, listen, hey, we've had this for this long, and this is what we've experienced. There's nothing like satisfied customers to tell potential prospects, you know, what the benefits are. So that's what we do, is we try to hook people up in the area who have one.
Yeah.
The triangle of trust.
Triangle of trust.
That's what we call it.
Yeah, you're like, you see Bobo on the street. He's 90 years old. He looked like he's 60 since he got the water filtration system. He's beautiful. His skin is so luxurious. All right. Again, Steve with Pure and Easy Water Solutions, 391-4774. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Yes.
I know we'll have you back again.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely be having you out to talk to our team at one of our team meetings so you can explain this awesome water filtration system we installed in the office, because we love them, and what they can do to recommend you to our clients, because we're all about serving people.
That's right. Thank you, Steve.
Well, thank you, Steve.
Adrienne and Attilio, I thank you for the invitation. I really appreciate it, and we look forward to speaking to you again soon.
All right. Thank you so much,
aloha.
Steve. Aloha.
Bye, Steve.
Take care. Talk to you soon.
All right. So we have a success story. Actually, you know what? We're going to go with a Google review. So we have over 900 plus 5-star Google reviews. If you're looking to hire an agent to help you sell a home or buy a home, take a look at their reviews. It's super easy. I'm not going to even have you go look at our reviews. I'm just going to have you type in best realtor in Ewa Beach, best realtor Kapolei, best realtor fill in the blank, any community. I'm not going to say 100% we show up there, but it'll be Adrienne's beautiful face next to 2 other realtors. Take a look at their reviews. Take a look at the number of reviews, and that should help you kind of winnow it down to who you're going to call first and have a conversation with. So speaking of 5-star reviews, this is from Ryan Clough. Thank you, Robert, for helping get set up and so quickly and respectively. Another one from Matt M. Robert is great. Helped me with everything I needed for my Mililani home. Definitely recommend him for all of our home search needs. And we got a success story.
Well, I want to share some recent successes that we've been having. For some reason, we've had quite a few families that are dealing with probates and trusts. And thankfully, we have a great relationship with our trust attorney, Amphi. Yep, with the estate planning group. And I think because of that relationship and us understanding the importance that time is not necessarily always on the side, that, we've been able to really help families. Well, we've had a couple of families, but the one that I'm thinking about is,
listen up,
yeah,
families out there with property. If you do not, everybody thinks trusts are for like multi-billionaires, wealthy people. They're not. If you own any kind of real estate, that property should be held in a trust, because if it's not in a trust, it will go through probate, in my opinion. Not sharing any legal or tax advice here. Seek the appropriate licensed professional. Got the disclaimer out of the way. And so what we've seen firsthand is the process going through probate, having to assign a personal representative, coming up with these letters, getting all these instructions, running
the cost, the time.
Yeah,
it was all really unnecessary. We have 2 right now that we're dealing with that did have to go through probate, and we're looking
actually
at
3.
$15,000 to $30,000 just in the probate bills, and had they had done the trust ahead, it would have been a couple thousand, right?
Now, a couple $1,000s to get everything in the trust. Not only are you putting the property into a trust, but you're also doing some estate planning. People don't think about it. What if you don't do a Sonny Bono and skiing downhill, go straight smack into a tree and die instantly? What if you live on for a little bit and linger? You don't want the kids wondering, hey, you know what? Don't step on grandpa's oxygen line. We in the will. No, you don't want them thinking that. And I'm just messing around and joking with you. But here's the deal. I will tell you, get on that relatives, that mom, dad, grandma, grandpa. Give us a call, 799-9596, 799-9596. We'll book an appointment with Amphi. He can do a Zoom. He can come visit. You can meet him at our office. But at least do the consultation. And I get it, folks. What is the number one reason why people don't do trusts?
They just don't like to think about death.
Nobody wants to think about it. I get it. But in the end, we're all going out the same way. We're all going to die. So do your family a big, huge favor. If you truly love them. Now, I'm not saying you don't love them if you don't do a trust, but you are putting them in a world of baloney when you pass away without that in place. And we've seen it firsthand.
We've got 3. There's 3 personal representatives, and they all have different kind of situations. But one I was just talking to this morning, she is so unbelievably stressed.
Personal representatives are what's in place when you're going through probate.
Yeah. And this particular family, I think they had like a total of 10 siblings. So there's a whole bunch of heirs, and, they have to go through making sure everyone is in consensus. And this poor woman has just been dealing with this for the last 2-3 years.
I'll tell you what's something simple that's a pain in the butt. Clearing the property of the personal items. You got to give proper notice. And then you got to navigate all of that because, somebody wanted the couch, but so-and-so wanted the couch, and then the couch was gone, and you're dealing with all that baloney. And then you give them a deadline, and then we're doing the open house, and then they come to the open house and like, where's grandma's chest of drawers? I wanted that. It's just when you have something in a trust, the contents of your home, a pour of a will, just all those little things are taken care of. And you're doing your family a big, huge favor of having the tactical things, your instructions. They're going through the emotions of your loss. And then you pile on top of that, all of that. What we're going to do with the content? What we're going to do with this? And then having to go through
did we do
probate?
it properly? Did we go through the proper notice and all of the steps? And do we need to, we have to worry about things being challenged and more legal fees?
So I'll tell you right now, 799-9596. If you think I'm telling this to scare the poop out of you, yes, I am. Call us now, get that scheduled, do a consultation. You got nothing to lose. By the way, if you're anywhere in the state of Hawaii, even the outer islands, Amphi has been known to fly over and talk story with you guys, do a Zoom, get on a conference call, incorporate all the people, the kids, everybody involved to help put your estate planning in place. Don't let that be the drama that your beneficiaries or heirs have to deal with because you didn't do your part before you hit the bucket.
And I would say too, yes, if you have a home, you want to put it in trust. And then also if you have minor children or kids that have special needs, you have to put that trust together regardless of if you own real estate or not.
The other thing in there is the instructions for your funeral. You're going to be cremated. You're going to get buried. What is it going to be? And so, I told him, bury me with my feet sticking out so I can still kick some butt. And so you got to have instructions for all of that. Do I want my ashes spread out over Nanakuli Beach or Electric Beach, or maybe you want them dropped out of a helicopter? Make sure you cover your mouth because I've heard the ashes come back in. And so I'll leave you with this. Do this planning if you truly love your family. You think I'm giving you a hard time? Yes, I am. If you don't put it in place, I get it. Nobody wants to face their mortality, but this is not about mortality. This is about taking care of your family after you go on to glory. That's it.
Yep.
So give us a call, 799-9596. What else, Adrienne?
Yeah, we can help you get that all moving along.
So reminders, HawaiiCareerNight.com, HawaiiCareerNight.com. You're an agent right now. You've been at another brokerage for a year, haven't closed anything. Might want to give us a call or come to our career night. We're very confidential and discreet. We're not going to go call up your broker and like, hey, your agent is over here checking out the career night. We don't do any of that. We don't publicize it. It doesn't go up on a video. None of that. We're just going to be real honest, authentic, and answer your questions. What else about career night?
I would say that, you know, we have had several agents that were not gaining attraction with being part of an independent brokerage, and it's just it's different models, right? And so with us and our team,
you mean general brokerage?
Yeah, well, if they're independent agent with a general brokerage, general brokerage, they're just have a different experience.
And let me explain it to you, listeners. General brokerage is if you the recruiter for that brokerage is going to bring out a mirror and they're going to say, please breathe on this mirror, and if you fog the mirror, you're hired. Now I'm being completely exaggerating and dramatic, but it's not much more than that. If you have a license and you're not you don't interview like a complete insane nut job, you're going to be hired onto that. You're going to be plugged into resources, but that's general brokerage.
And it's up to you to be able to execute and motivate yourself and figure out where you're going to find your next,
you're an independent contractor acting independently. They're just there for you to hang your license and make sure you don't do dumb things and get them sued. With Team Lally, it's kind of like the Navy SEALs. The Navy SEALs versus somebody just in the general Navy is a completely different expectation and experience. And so anybody can go to the Navy recruiter office and join the Navy, but only a very few and exceptional people can go to the Navy SEAL recruiter office. Well, hello. Yeah, no, I know there is no Navy SEAL recruiter office. With the real estate industry, there is a Navy SEAL recruiter office. It's called jointeamlally.com, jointeamlally.com. By the way, if you go through our process and they get all the way through our process and decide not to move forward, will they have learned something about being a realtor?
Absolutely. I would say that our process
is experiential.
But it's also like pre-onboarding. So we're teaching you things as you go through the process, and we're watching.
Okay. So hope to see you at our next career night. Go to HawaiiCareerNight.com.
All right. Well, thank you for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Bradley with Allstate Insurance.
Kenji of Pillar to Post Home Inspections.
John with Kilauea Pest Control.
Duke of Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
Robinson, Fine Line Paintworks.
Amphi Estate Planning Group.
Jason Wu, Attorney at Law.
Janice of Dreamhouse Drafting.
Fabio with Hawaii Water Damage Restoration.
Kyle of Impact Wealth.
Brian with Cleanscape.
Benji, a Hawaii Referral Agent.
Danny with DHA Mortgage.
Joseph, Locksmith of Hawaii.
Christopher of Falcon Services. If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, all you got to do is go to teamlally.com.
We also want to give a big thank you to Hans, our producer.
Chee-hoo.
Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life
forever. This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
sold program. If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price and or time frame, we'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks and aloha.
Shaka.